Hi everyone, this is Lynissa Hayes with Makers Avenue. Today I will be using the donuts from Miniverse because I have a lot of donuts that I haven't made yet, and I will be making freak shake milkshakes. So these will be remixes. Like I said, I have a lot of donuts from the all you can eat. I think it was the all you can eat, and I just never made them. And so I want to finally make donuts, but I don't want to just be boring and make donuts. So I wanted to make these milkshakes. Um, I also you have a lot of mason jars for the pickles, and I don't like pickles. I made one pickle, so I'm using the duplicates to make these milkshakes, and I thought it would be cute. So here I'm kind of making a I don't know, a blueberry milkshake. I don't know what flavor. We just make up the flavors. I'm taking some leftover resin from, past kits, and some blue resin, and then that kind of the shaved ice from the Miniverse. I'm not sure, I can't remember which one it was, but I think it's the ice. Whichever ice that you use to make the milkshakes is that ice. So it's like kind of like a sandy texture, and I'm just using the white resin to put it in there to kind of thicken it up to give it that real milkshake look. Now I'm gonna be honest, my application, I feel like for this whole session, I don't know where my mind was. I feel like this wasn't my cleanest. I made such a mess during the session, but I really love how all of these milkshakes turned out. But just be warned that this the way I did a lot of this stuff, it became very messy. At least messy for me. I didn't. It's not like I got resin all over the place, but I could usually like to keep a very clean space, and that wasn't happening. All right, now we're on to our second Freak Shake milkshake, and I am lining the glass mason jar with some of that dragon fruit resin. The little bit that I have left over, this is going to be like a strawberry milkshake, and I'm just giving it that swirls. And once I do that, I'm going to cure it in the UV lamp, and I'm taking some sprinkles. I'm trying to take some sprinkles. I don't, this part really not necessary. It didn't really do that much, and I didn't really notice it afterwards, so not that big of a deal. You don't really need to add sprinkles. So I put that under the UV lamp, and going back to the first one, I'm trying to see what I'm going to do for the top of it. So for this one, I'm just going to put the donut on top of the milkshake, and I'm going to cure it, and I'm going back to the second one and going in with some leftover resin. So if it looks like I'm having a hard time putting resin into containers, all of these are like leftover resins that I have, and I know I could just use hot water to kind of loosen things up, but I don't feel like going to the sink to get some hot water. So we're just trying to squeeze as much of this stuff out as possible, whatever leftovers I have. I like to use a lot of leftover supplies that I have for my remixes. And here we have some leftover cream cheese resin, and actually it's looking quite yummy. It always amazes me that even though this is like a miniature resin project, these UV crafts look so delicious. So I'm mixing it up in there, making it a light pink color so that way you can still see the swirls in the bottle. And there you see that I'm trying to see where I'm going to place my rock candy. I did not do a tutorial, and if you want a tutorial on this, I did find a way to create my own rock candy using sprinkles and UV resin. I was going to do a tutorial, but the application got so messy and I didn't have gloves, so I wanted to do it right. So if you want a tutorial, I'll have to redo a video. Leave a comment below. But now I'm going back to the blueberry milkshake, and I'm taking that dragon fruit UV resin, putting it layer on a donut and putting it back under the lamp. Now I have my pink I can't think of flavors right now. And I'm going to just line the edge of the rim so I could put sprinkles, because what is a freak shake milkshake without sprinkles? Truthfully, I've never actually had a freak shake milkshake myself. They're beautiful, they're pretty and cute, but they also look very, very sweet. And I like sweets, but I don't like overly sweet stuff. So it would be too much for my system. I think I would take one bite and I would be done. So, anyway, see, here's where we're starting to get messy. There's sprinkles all over the place. I usually have like a shallow little dish to put sprinkles in so that way it's not everywhere. It kind of annoys me that I don't know why. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know where my mind was to make this non-messy, but I just wasn't thinking about it this day. It just wasn't aligning up. But anyway, I put that under the lamp to let it cure. And I go back with another layer of pink resin. I want it to kind of look pretty opaque, so that's why I'm doing several layers of pink resin. And now I'm letting some of that drip because I want the sauce to drip to the rim. And so the two pink colors that I'm using, they're not the same colors. It's okay. It just adds, I think it adds to the whimsy. And I'm using my toothpick to bring the resin down. I'm sorry if I keep getting things off camera. When I'm filming, I'm not always paying attention to what's on the screen. But yeah, I'm just going in, putting in my sprinkles. And as you can see, I kind of dipped it in there. I feel like it would be easier. And I put that back under UV lamp. I know I'm going back and forth, but again, it's just easier to work that way. So here I have my decadent whip. Love it. Do a quick swirl, and now I am going to now I need a donut for this one, and I in advance painted my straws the color I want it to be. So I made pink straws, and now I'm going to do the donut for this one. I'm going to start off with some white UV resin because, like I said, on the donuts, I have noticed when people did the icing on the donuts, it looks pretty transparent. I don't want that. I want an opaque look. So I put white resin as a way to, for the colors won't be so transparent. So the colors pop a little bit more. Once I put that in the UV lamp, now I'm kind of mixing up some pink to that. Again, I want it to be more opaque, so that's going to be my pink frosting for this donut. It's not necessary, but I wanted to color it. I want it to be a more opaque pink. So yeah, I'm mixing that up in a container. And again, sorry, I kind of get off frame. But see, it looks a little bit more opaque, and I like that. I prefer that a lot more. And I'm going to put that under the lamp. And I'm going to just use that frosting to coat the sides because I want the frosting to, like, come down the edges of the cup. So it just want drips. Did this tool create the best drips? No, but I still like the way it looked at the end. And just going in with some more of my pink UV coloring. The pink is all over the place. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of extra pink coloring. Again, this is not necessary, but I'm doing this so, well, actually I decided not to. So I'm just going to put the donut in the decadent whip, and it was so satisfying to put that there. I love the way it feels. I love adding decadent whip to these products. And as you can see, I did like a berry swirl. Now I'm going through some cabochons that I have. I can't remember. I think these cabochons I actually found at Five Below. But then I have these gumdrops. gumdrop cabochons. These came off of Amazon. So Amazon is a great place if you want cabochons. Now I'm going to go with some decadent whip. Because to top it, oh, well, I guess not. We'll come back to that later. Now I'm going to, since the decadent is still wet and soft, I'm going to put that gumdrop there. And I think for this one, I am done. So I'm going to sit that to the side. Feel like it's gorgeous. I love the way this looks. And now I'm going to go back to my, well, no. Turns out, I always forget that part. Turns out I wanted to add a little bit more. It's not really necessary, but I added a sprinkle. And yes, these are real sprinkles. Some of the sprinkles that I do use are real sprinkles. But once you put them in resin, you know, it's not going to really attract ants or anything like that. So now I'm going with my decadent whip for the second one and covering up, doing a little swirl. And I have like a blue gummy, and I'm getting some beads. That I got these beads from Hobby Lobby, and these are going to be my sprinkles. Of course, I have a lot of sprinkles from my Miniverse, but I'm using these because I like the colors of how they look. And I have this cute blue gummy bear cabochon, which I thought would be perfect. I'm adding just a tad bit of decadent to the back, so make sure it stands there. Adding my straw, and let's see, was there anything else? Just a little more, trying to use up those drips at the bottom. But I think, oh yeah, and adding a little bit more sprinkles to the side. And I think that's just about it for this second one. My workspace is a mess, and it's kind of gonna drive me crazy. So after this, I'm going to clean up my area for the third one. So magically, it's been clean. The final one, I kind of want to do like a chocolate espresso coffee freak shake milkshake. I was trying to be a lot cleaner with this setup. I don't know if I was, but I'm going to take this chocolate sauce from the mini brands. And because I like their color chocolate, I'm going to try to create, you know, kind of spread it around. Now, here's my mistake. Here, I should have just cured the chocolate first, because I wanted to go back in and add a darker color. But of course, I didn't cure it. I don't know why. I usually do. Now the resin is going into the middle, and I didn't want it to go through the middle. It wasn't that big of a deal that it went to the middle. I just didn't want it to go to it. So I'm trying to clean that up. It's not really working. It's kind of like a losing game, because of course the resin keeps dripping. So there goes trying to keep that clean. So I'm just going to hit it with the UV lamp. Hit it with the UV lamp. And now I'm trying to clean it from underneath. Clean that hole. And I'm getting a swab to just clean it. And I'm going to go back in with my lamp, and I need some more chocolate sauce. I think I put a little bit more chocolate sauce just to make it darker. So if you were trying to make your colors darker, just do it in layers. Let it dry first. It makes your life easier. So here I'm sprinkling, but then I thought, oh, just be easier to dip it into the bowl. And then I spreaded the sprinkles out. So I like the scattered look, but of applying it by hand. Either way works, though. It's up to you. And then I'm going to set it with my UV lamp. Now I'm going to take my create chocolate swirls in the mason jar, and then just spread it around with a toothpick. Just some swirls. and I'm going to let that set. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to create my milk chocolate ice cream base. So I have a new container of either cream cheese or sour cream. I can't remember. I have so many of those. And I'm going to take some extra, just some that I'm going to take my chocolate sauce. Again, these are leftover containers, so I'm just trying to squeeze out whatever I can, whatever is left. Again, many brands, their nozzles aren't very good. I'm not 100% liking the color, so I will go back in to add more oh, I know. Go back in. I thought that was chocolate, but it was white chocolate, so that won't work. So I'm going in to add more resin and more, chocolate coloring. I'm trying to thicken it up, but also making the right color that I like. And I like that color a lot more. It's looking delicious. And I just pour it into the cup. And I'm letting it cure in different layers. And while I let it cure, I also made some more because I was running low. So I made some more for the milkshake base, and I'm just pouring it into my container. And now, once it's cured, I'm going in, of course, with my last round of Decadent. And I just have so much fun piping it. And I'm putting the donut on the side with the straw in between. That's why I wanted the hole clear, so I could put my straw in between it. And then I had these cookie cabochons and chocolate cabochons. And I'm trying to decide the correct how I'm going to place it. And then I got this pink gummy bear cabochon. I will be having a tutorial, well, not tutorial, process video. I did find this amazing clay shop online called Clayzy Fun, and she makes a lot of miniature clay cakes, and she has like miniature piping tools. And so I bought some of her kits. I will be trying it because I think it would be a great addition, especially if you like making I like making the desserts, Miniverse dessert. I love the other ones too, don't get me wrong. But I really love adding like desserts and milkshakes and cakes. And I'm going to do more cakes. And so I'm going to be trying out the tools and the kits because I think it would be, since it's so small, the clay tools are a lot nicer for piping. So I'm going to be trying that out. So that'll be coming soon. Here you see me adding some nuts from some from a previous Miniverse kit, and I'm just adding nuts to the side. And I think, yeah, I'm just about done. And that concludes my Freak Shake Milkshakes Miniverse remix. I absolutely love it. Here I have a new playset from Barbie, and I just have it there because it's the ice cream shop. I don't know what it was called, but yes, here it is in my little station. One day I'm gonna do I need to reorganize my kitchen area, and once I reorganize it, then I'll probably eventually do a chore. But I love, these are probably like my favorites that I've done in a while. I love how it turned out. You can see the sprinkles at the bottom. It just looks so extravagant, so yummy, so delicious. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you like more content, click like, subscribe, leave a comment below to say what you like to see next. I will be doing many brands create the garden version next, so that should be going up sometime, hopefully this week or the weekend. But thanks for joining me. Have a good day. Bye.